Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new Meet the Team episode, and we have a very special guest invited today. We haven't had anyone from the design team so far, and I'm super happy to welcome Jure, the team design team lead at Oasis. Super cool guy. We met at one of our team buildings. He also joined us in them. He's the one responsible for all the cool Hawaiian design that you saw at them that everybody was going crazy over. So he's going to tell us more about his vision for Oasis, uh, what it means to design in Web3, how it's different from Web2, and of course a whole lot more. But I welcome you in the community. I hope you enjoy this episode. You're welcome. Tell us a bit about yourself, the role you occupy at Oasis, and then we'll get it started.
Okay, thanks. Hey all, hey Mitna. A bit about myself. So I started working in design about 20 years ago, I think. So I first started with some posters, banners, then with some brands. After that, I got into digital design, where I worked for companies in healthcare or in we had different digital products I did. So I was really studying this in different fields. From 2017 or 16, I think, I started working in Web3. So my first job was at Bitstamp, where I designed the logo, which is now still there. And after that, I was on many projects. So all related to crypto, because I really like this space. It's really different than Web2, but I prefer that over Web2 because it has a lot more to explore in the design field.
I understand. So we can say you're definitely a good designer because Bitstamp didn't change their logo. Or they're cheap. One of the
They did a bit.
But what drew you to Web3? I understand that design was always your passion and you worked.
Mostly product design. So that means that you have to think about a lot of aspects, not just the visual part. And Web3 is different here because you have many things to explore and many things to let's say, make easier for users to understand. So we don't want to complicate things. We don't want to say, okay, we have this complex product and you have to use it in a complex way, but we have to simplify things. And this is the thing that attracts me the most, because in Web2, users have a style of behavior where everything is kind of set in stone. But here you have a lot of fields to explore. So in the visual part and in the UX part.
So basically you have more freedom, more liberty to express yourself and try new things, try new approaches, right?
I wouldn't say express myself because this is for artists. I'm not an artist. I'm trying to solve problems, and this is what I'm here for. So we are just trying to listen to users, listen to their feedback, change what has to be changed, and try to make things easier for them.
Okay. So from what I understand, you worked for different Web3 projects before joining Oasis. What drew you to Oasis? Like, what did you find so cool about this project that made you want to join?
Yeah, I was homeless, so I didn't have a job, so I had to go somewhere.
Makes sense.
No, I was working at Apple before, and we made a collaboration project with Oasis, and I also knew some people there, and it attracted my attention. I mean, I got I'm not sure how I got the first, let's say, when I heard first about Oasis, but the privacy part really attracted me, because it's really important, and this is one of the main focuses we should have in Web3, to make security and privacy the first thing, because if people trust apps and people trust that their data will be secure and private, it's easier to use it because we have a lot of data leaks now. We have a lot of stealing of informations and everything, and people are really not believing that crypto is going to solve this. But if we can explain it somehow that this is more secure, I think we can make a big step into the mainstream area, so that we can just make users feel comfortable with the data in our hands.
I agree. This is one of the most important jobs we have at the moment. We're one of the projects that are laying the founding, basically the groundwork for all of privacy in Web3. So it's important, and design is also a huge part of it. UX is a incredible big part of everything. How would you say this design? Because you said you like it more, you like Web3 more than Web2. How does design differ? The whole experience, how does it differ from Web2?
Yeah, I mean, my opinion is that it should differ because we shouldn't try to, let's say, pull the user to Web3, but we should give them the opportunity to work on their own, let's say, environment. So keep the environment the same, but add the tech, which is much better, because users don't like to get used to new things. They are used to some things, and we just have to show them different way how to approach, and try to keep the majority of the UI and also maybe some UX parts the same, and then just make small changes and show them why you make those small changes, just to show them that it's not a big deal, that they don't have a lot to learn, that they don't need a learning curve. Still, we have some issues with wallet signings and stuff, but this is also something we should overcome in the next few years. Also, wallet for me is now more than a wallet. It's not, I mean, I don't think the name is appropriate anymore, because it's not just something for storing your coins, but it's basically your ID. So I would name it differently, but this is now what people got used to.
I agree, and again, the UX issue comes into play, and the account abstraction and chain abstraction are getting us on the way there to get rid of everything. And I understand what you're saying, because the regular user doesn't even need to know that he's interacting with blockchain. So
you shouldn't.
Yes, like we don't need to overcomplicate things.
Just one thing to add here. So I would say AI or LLMs are currently doing the right thing, because they are not trying to explain that they have this big model behind them. They're having this big technology and showing how it looks like. They just have an input field and they communicate with you through that. So this is what I'm trying to say. So just use stuff from Web2, even if you're working in crypto, if you're working in AI. Try to make it as easy as possible, and not and give the content the main let's say the main role in your designs.
I agree. So in terms of challenges, because I'm sure you faced a lot of challenges over the years when designing for different projects, for different dApps. What were some of those challenges, and how did you overcome them?
Yeah, so some of them are still challenging. I would say the sign with wallet and sign every transaction and sign everything. So sometimes you have to sign a few times just to accomplish call to action click. So this is something we have to overcome, but this is not really in our hands. The other thing is maybe sending stuff, or sending coins, sending tokens to others. So most people see it as a bank transaction, so like it currently is. But in Web2, you have a bank transaction. You can contact your bank, and you can, let's say, clear up if you messed up something. This is not currently possible in Web3, and I see this more as an email, right? So an email, if you send an email, you can't reverse it. It's sent. It's there. And I would say that we have to take some patterns from Web2 and try to improve them in Web3. And I would say the pattern here is email is the same as a Web3 transaction because it's irreversible, and maybe we have to find a way how to make it more secure, or how to make it easier for the user, so they don't because most people now are sending just a small amount. They're checking, okay, did you get it, and then they send the whole amount. So this is possible to solve, but this is something we have to overcome.
Okay. I mean, sure, there are so many more other things, but this is really important. What I wanted to know, I know it's a complex thought process, but can you maybe walk through your design process whenever you have a project that you need to build?
Yeah, of course. So we first have to know what the goal is of what we are trying to achieve. So we're not working just trying to draw pictures and then looking which one looks the best. It is just having a goal and then working towards this goal. And I'm always a believer of making a wholesome product, even with less features, and then adding features later on, because sometimes we discuss things or we discussed things and then we added this feature and this feature and this feature and didn't release anything. And I think we should make an MVP first, so minimum viable product, and then go from there. If it's tested correctly, if everything works, we can say, okay, this is a good base, and then we add stuff later on. And this is how also we gain trust from users. So if everything works, it's much better than having a big product where half of the features don't work. And this is how I'm trying to achieve this theoretical part. In design, mostly we have a design system. So we have now one in Oasis as well. And we are not working with wireframes currently because we are having this components already set, so we can design quickly, we can iterate quickly, and we can change things quickly. And this is how we start. So we make those screens, we go through with the team. Sometimes we create prototypes to make it easier to understand how the flow works. And after that, when everything's done correctly, we just give it to the development team and they do their thing. After that, we're trying to make, let's say, a live review, so of the live website or live project. It doesn't work all the time because we have a lot of work, but we're trying to achieve that, because then we can say that we made this process right from the beginning to the end.
I know you also improved a lot of processes ever since you came here, made it easier for the teams to do their own designs, because we do have a lot of, I don't know if our community realizes, but we do have a lot of designs. We're doing a lot of events, conferences, releasing blog articles, everything needs a design. Things we do in the community, on Discord, on Telegram, all sorts of stuff. So I know you improved a lot of processes behind that, and we thank you for it. Basically, we don't need to wait for somebody to do them. We can just create our own. And when it comes to, you said you're building, you have the whole process where you're building, but you're also collaborating with developers, right? How's that process? How does that look like?
Yeah, so as I said before, so we have meetings where we just go through the design. I can explain how I want things to work. So some things we have in the system is also the states of buttons and hovers and everything. So everything is explained there. So with the design system in place, I don't have to explain every detail. I don't have to show everything, how it behaves. We just do the live version, and then if something is off, I comment mostly on Slack directly to a developer, and they solve it really quickly. So I'm really happy with this development team here.
Okay, everybody is. We love our engineers.
Yeah.
Are there any design principles for making users feel safe, and for basically fostering trust and security in dApps?
Yeah, so this is something we still have to achieve in Web3. So trust is the most important thing. So one example here we have from Web2 is Airbnb. They had a good design for trust principle. So they had a problem with, they made this app where you can just sleep on someone's couch. So this is how it started. But they were just like thinking, okay, how can you trust this person you're sleeping at, and how can this person trust you? And one of the design choices was the text field area. So where you contact the person, it had a maximum amount of characters and a minimum amount, so that you don't say, hey, I want to sleep at your place. So you have to tell a bit more, but not as much. So how your grandma is, or what your cat's names are and everything. So just don't say too much and don't say too less. And this was really a good principle where they designed for trust. So building trust, say enough, but not too much.
Okay.
And this is also one principle we have to achieve here is making crypto or making blockchain in the Web3 area separate from crypto tokens, where people get these negative feelings where they invest and they lose 90% of their investments. And this is the correlation we have currently. So people are hearing a Web3 project and they were like, okay, what's the price of your token? How much will it rise? Will I get a million? Will I become a millionaire? And if they don't, they think the project is shit. And yeah, this is the main problem here. So we have to separate, and this is when I said before, we don't need to separate Web 2 and Web 3 on a UI basis because we don't want to, because we want them to feel they're in a safe environment, because Web 2 is safe for them, and for them Web 3 is currently having some trust issues. I also made this on a project I did before. So I had this button with a slider and where you can slide Web 2 version of the website and Web 3 version of the website. And when you did slide, nothing changed. We just had a text which said, see, nothing changed. This is not a big deal. You can work as a Web 2 and Web 3 version. Everything's basically Web 3. Just how to explain them that nothing happens and nothing will change, and you can still work on it like you did before.
This kind of ties up my next question, because I wanted to ask how you would approach educating users through design about Web3. So this is one example.
One example, and I think it's a good one because people get this aha effect. So they first get the effect, okay, nothing changed. What's wrong with you? And then you read this text and you're like, oh, okay, nothing changed. You're great. So this is, you have to, like in marketing campaigns or in other areas where you have to, let's say, quickly shock people or quickly become memorable. It's one of the approaches where people expect something and they get something else. The other way is maybe creating the same flow as it is in Web 2 and just have this small explanations in areas which are different, just to show them, okay, when you upload this image now, it will be on blockchain forever. It's not, you cannot delete it. So do you still want to do that? So this is where you have to be kind of creative and just say, okay, we will not do this too much, but on some areas it is it's nice to do it.
Understood. So, Jure, what would you say is the role of design and what you're doing in shaping mass adoption for Web3? What would you say needs to happen for everything to become mainstream, for people to realize that they're using apps and websites same as they did before? Yeah,
so the major thing is change of generation. So this will come over time. People who grew up with Bitcoin will adapt quicker than people who didn't, because they need to see value here. And currently we can't show them the value because also Web 2 works. And we're not saying, okay, Web 3 is much, much better because of this and that, because it doesn't affect their current lifestyle. We have to let's say, I think, target bigger audiences, I would say companies, and show them how their data is protected. And a lot of times people are trusting other people, and if you let's say target the right ones, and they can explain it in a really good manner, other people will follow. So you can't target everyone, that's not possible, but we have to target the right audience just to show on live examples how it works. The other thing is just to make some slight design tweaks. Let's say one thing I would do is use more images just to create this feeling of we're not Web3 spacey, something futuristic, but we are here and now. And images with real people show us the something that people have hands on, they can work with it, and the others can correlate and say, okay, this is something I can use for myself as well.
So real world examples as to create a snowball effect, basically.
Exactly.
Okay, in terms of Web3 projects, anything that you admire specifically, besides Oasis, of course, any design that you that you really like?
Yeah, I would say Polkadot does this very well. So they hired a company, design company, and did this whole redesign, which is really good in my eyes. And they did this thing. So they used many more real pictures. So they used the pictures of people using their products, and it made others feel, okay, this is something real, and I can use it too, and I can work with that. And they also have this, they have a good style, clean style. They created also something very good for the Web3 design space. This is a font, free font people can use to create designs. And I would say the other, maybe Hyperliquid is also really nice. They have a really nice design. They are really focused on content. They're not trying to do too much fuzz around it, and they're just trying to be really focused on the main areas they're communicating. So this is what I like about design. So not do too much, but do enough so people will know that you're different.
I agree. Especially with DEXs, like you don't want to crowd everything and make them too complicated. Exactly. Trading is complicated enough as it is. So.
Exactly.
So, as a designer in this space, what would you say motivates you? What inspires you to create your designs?
Yeah, I would say all of the things we talked about. So I would say just gain trust of users, create flows which could lead to maybe be a standard in Web3. This is something that could be really good. Just to make stuff easier for everyday users, and just to explain that Web3 is not really something they should be scared of, because we use this trust word, I think, a bit too much, because if you use it too much, people will not trust you. And this is don't oversay that you're nice, so people will not think that you're nice. So I wouldn't overdo it. I would just show people. So lead by example, I would say. This is the main thing. So just show that everything's easy, everything's cool, and you don't have to explain them, hey, we're easy and cool. Just show them, and this is the main thing I want to achieve here.
Okay. Nice answer. As we know, this whole space is moving at an incredible rapid pace. I myself feel my brain has become mush a long time ago. But how do you keep up with everything? I'm more interested in the design aspect. How do you keep up with the design changes in the world of Web3?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really a big fan of trends, because trends come and go, and you can become outdated very quickly. So, and I don't think there's such a thing as good and bad design. They're just appropriate and inappropriate design. So let's say, for example, if I would do a web page, Web3 token for a kindergarten, I would let my son draw the logo, and then I would just stylize it because it will be the most appropriate, let's say, visual aspect I can give to the view of the children. So if they see something like this that my kid draws, it's much more how would you say it? It's really personal. It's really has some personality. And if I would try to do it, it would be different. Some people would say you draw ugly. I'm not saying this to him because I'm nice, but no, he draws good, so it's not really a problem. Yeah, it's really a thing of how you see the project, how you want others to see your project, and not really trying to work with trends or work the same as all others do. Just try to be different and try to be appropriate for a project. So this is the main area. So this is why I'm not really looking into any trends, any new design features. But yeah, some principles can be really useful, and yeah, I find them online. I find them different let's say websites, different presentations, talks, everything I go through. So
okay, so the basics. And I know this is a difficult question because nobody can predict the future, but what would be your ultimate vision for the role of design, and if you see your work contributing to that vision?
Yeah, I mean, I would say our direction will be much more important than it was before, because AI is also coming really quickly, and many AI products will become better and better in releasing stuff or in developing, designing stuff. And our direction means that you will have a team of AI agents working for you. And yeah, basically you can have 6 or 7 design teams in one company, and it will cost the same as 3 designers. And this is how I see it, because the product design is basically about solving issues the user has, and it's much easier to get insights, to get statistics, and to transform them into designs with AI. And it will be much easier in the future because people are used to some flows, and you shouldn't change them too much. And it's because it's not gonna do well for a product. If you want to be innovative, do something else. Don't mess with flows, because flows are really important for users, and they adapt quicker. And if you have their trust, if you gain trust, if they work with you, or if they work with your product, then you can make slight changes and try to steer them in a better direction. But other than that, yeah, I see it more as one designer will be the lead of a small team of agents.
Okay. Yeah, that's an interesting. That's something to think about. Last question, and then we can move on. Usually, I do a flash round with all my guests during the Meet the Team episodes. But one last question, and this is for the community. Can the community expect anything?
I'm married.
Changed?
I'm married. I'm married. So.
I apologize, everyone. So he's taken. No, but in terms of the Raffle app, are there going to be significant design changes in the future? Do you see other functionalities added, UX changed?
Yeah,
maybe a sneak peek.
Yeah, we will do a lot of testing because now we released the MVP, and we have to see that the flows are understood by the users. Once we do that, I think we will expand it much more. But this takes time because once you have this results of interviews, you have to analyze them. You have to see how to make it better. And you have to iterate and release a new product, and yeah, that takes some time. But we have a lot of ideas on how to expand it and how to make it better and how to attract the mainstream, but we will show that we will not talk about it.
No, but honestly, for an MVP, I think it's really well designed and it's intuitive. Because especially for the templates, you have explainers listing all the steps. Like it's easy to do. I don't see users having any issues with launching a template and going through all the steps. I think it's pretty straightforward, I would say.
Yeah, it is. I mean, some issues are still there, but we try to explain enough for the user to know what's going on or what they have to do, and not too much to make them think they're stupid. So this is the main thing you have to achieve. So not explain too much, because they will stop reading or they will stop doing it because they think you want to lead them or you want them to do it your way. But you have to be a helper here. You just have to help, and you just have to explain them things they don't know. So this is the critical part here, and this is what we're trying to achieve now. After that, we will add new features.
Nice. Can't wait. And yeah, we no need to complicate things, because the attention span of the planet has decreased so much.
Exactly.
Goddamn TikTok. Okay, are you ready for the flash round?
No, but let's do it.
Okay, let's end the. So simple questions, one-liner answers. First off, what's your favorite thing about Slovenia?
I would say how small it is, because you're quickly from. I live in Ljubljana, which is the center, and I can go in 1 hour to the seaside, or when 1 hour I can go skiing, or let's say to the mountains. So it's really easy to do in one day, and this is what I really love here, because I like it in the nature.
Nice. I have visited your country many times, and I love it. Like everything is gorgeous.
Yeah,
last movie you watched?
Last movie, I watched. I think Skyfall, because my wife didn't watch it, and I think I watched it a few years ago, and I forgot most of the things. And it got the best rating on the internet. So it was a really nice movie.
My favorite one of the new James Bond series, of the Daniel Craig ones. All-time favorite song?
Maybe Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire. I really like it. I like it. That's for a lot of years. Yeah, and I really love it.
That's a good song, and Johnny Cash is the man.
Yeah.
Favorite privacy tool?
My front door. No, I would say NordVPN. I mean, VPN it's really important. So nice thing to have. But yeah, I would say it's or incognito mode.
What?
Incognito mode, maybe.
Incognito mode. Yeah, that's not a privacy tool.
Kinda.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
Oh, I don't think I want superpowers.
Kids are watching.
Yeah. I don't know if I would like any superpowers, because I like the way things are. I don't know. Maybe to. I don't know. I really don't know.
Come on, flying
would be the best, maybe, but I'm afraid of heights, so I'm not sure.
It'd be weird, like feeling nauseous all the time while flying.
Exactly.
Flying and screaming.
Flying and screaming and falling.
A human seagull.
Yeah.
Okay, so no superpowers.
Or maybe breathing underwater. That would be good.
Okay, yeah, nice. Aquaman from Slovenia.
Aquaman, yeah.
Favorite place to visit? Outside of your house, so not the toilet or
the kitchen. No, I really like the seaside, so I would say Croatia, Greece. I really like those places. They have nice waters, nice coastlines, and a nice atmosphere. So this is what I prefer.
Croatia, I do need to properly visit Croatia. I've only been to Split, but Greece is nice. So,
Yeah, it is.
um, favorite book?
I mean,
You don't read.
I don't read that much. Um, I read a book. It's not really something scientific or something like a novel. It was the book about Zlatan Ibrahimovic, the football
I
player.
know, I read it.
It's really funny. It's
Yeah,
really funny, and I would. I mean, everyone should read it, not just people who love football, but also it's really fun because he has a
yeah,
fun
it's a
life.
fun book. It's a fun book.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Favorite hobby, and we're ending the flash round after this,
Favorite, just one.
or multiple. I don't know. No, favorite, just one.
Playing football. I would say playing football is my favorite. Also going fishing and yeah, doing sports.
Oh
I would say
yeah,
sports.
I always forget. We have a channel on Slack where we post pictures from our private, and Jure is always posting his big
Yeah,
catches. You're a good
yeah, yeah,
fisherman, sir.
yeah. Not yet, but I'm trying.
Nice. Okay, this ends the play round. I don't have any other questions for you, so we can end the call. But do you have any ending thoughts for our community?
Mm,
Any
yeah,
any
just
maybe advice if somebody wants to get into design into Web3?
okay. Yeah, that's a good one. Don't be scared. It's not really that different from Web 2, and don't try to fit in. So this is the main thing I'm trying to avoid, and uh, try to learn the tools correctly. So if you have a good base, if you know how to work with the design tool, it's easier for you to just think about the process, not about how to do things. Try to educate yourself about design principles. This is a really big deal. So it's really old let's say theory, but design principles, especially UX principles, are the base of everything. So you know how to position all components, how to create hierarchy, how to differ content from content to content. So I would say the principles are the most important thing, and then you can freely work and don't be scared of expressing your opinions.
Okay, nice. Jure, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for sharing your experience with our community. Community, I hope you enjoyed yourself. It wasn't too long or too boring. I'll see you in the next one. I don't know when that will be, but hopefully soon.
Yeah.
As always, stay safe, stay private. See you on the
Thank
next
you.
episode. Bye, everyone.
Enjoy. Bye.